Good morning, challengers. It's Amanda Hurst. I'm looking all kinds of crazy this morning, but I've got a super busy day and wanted to get this video done for you about charting to Ruby. So, Ruby is super important in our organization. Not only is this Ruby bonus going on right now, so a lot of you are trying to get the extra $500 bonus, but also our business is made up of Rubies for every promotion. We got to help people make this Ruby happen. So I've got a Ruby chart here. I've actually halved an Emerald chart, but it's the same thing. This can be printed off in your document section in eSuite. So in this made-up Ruby chart that I have here, we have your friend, your cousin, and your coworker are all on your team right now, okay? So in order for Promote to Ruby, not only does your friend need to be an executive, which means having 2 qualified legs on their team, you as well need to have 2 qualified legs along with that executive. So a qualified leg is basically somebody that has 400 GV, 400 BV, 400 in group volume. Okay, so when we're looking at this chart, you see we've got 2 empty boxes here, right? So I've put your friend in the executive spot because she is how we would define a runner. She's working really hard on getting those first 4 loyal customers, and she nailed that. She's plugging in, checking in all the time, doing this 30-day group challenge. You really believe that she is going to be your runner in this organization. So you've got your friend here. This is where the business can get kind of interesting. Now, throughout the month, I keep this chart with me. This is like my ID. It stays in my purse. It's in my kitchen. It's in my office. This chart and a pencil are always with me. If it's a promotion month or I've got someone on my team that's promoting, this chart just stays with me because things can change pretty quickly in this business. So while you've got your chart like this here and your friend is going executive, your coworker calls you and she's like, oh my gosh, my sister wants to be a distributor. She's signing up on my site right now. Oh my gosh, awesome, excellent, okay. So what do? I take my pencil that I've kept with me. Now, let me just say this while I'm writing this in here. I will work with, we want to be working with everybody on our teams regardless of who's going for a promotion and things like that. There are just some people that plug in with you more than others. So this is not a matter of playing favorites. It's a matter of being smart about your business, right? So I'm still talking to my cousin and my friend every single day, helping them make the most for their money, helping them with their conversations with their friends and family. But I'm moving my coworker here to this executive spot because she just enrolled a distributor. So it's going to be my coworker's, I started writing friend. Okay, my coworker's sister, right? So she's here. So as you're going throughout the month, I like to keep track of the volumes of what's happening. I will use my pencil and this chart to say, okay, so my cousin so far this month is 200 in volume, and my friend right now is starting at 160 in volume, okay? So what I do here is I'm keeping track. So I know my cousin's at 200 right now, meaning she's 200 away from getting to that magic 400 number. My friend is at 160, okay? So I'm gonna write 240 over here and kind of keep this with me because I'm, as we're going through the month and looking, I just want to know what's going on, and I like to stay in contact with everybody. So, okay, so that's where we're at. Your cousin's sister, boom, right off the bat, signed 4 loyal customers, and she's, sitting over here at 100, we'll say, right now, right? So she's what, 300 away, okay? So your neighbor wants to be a distributor, and your coworker is 1 away from executive, meaning you're 1 away from Ruby. So you are going to entrust your coworker and work together as your neighbor's leaders, and your neighbor is here on your chart now. So you are boxed in for Ruby, okay? Because all the boxes are filled. Ta-da! Now your neighbor boosted. Your neighbor boosted with the mini boost and got 60 BV. So they're 340 away right now. So once all of these say 400, that's how I like to keep track of this for me personally. I like to stay in contact with my team. That way they tell me, hey, my mom just signed up for greens. Awesome. Add my 30, erase, like to keep track. And it also makes it a little bit easier for checks and balances at the end of the month, because you would hate for one, 30 BV to be to be what makes or breaks a bonus or a promotion for you, right? So your cousin's solid. Your cousin has got to 400. Your friend is almost there. She's at 320, so she's 80 away. And once they get to 400, I just do a little check right there, because that's good, or a highlighter. So now your neighbor just knocked it out of the park. She's at 400 right now, and your sister is 50 away. We'll say, just for the it's been a good month for you guys. Okay, so your sister is 50 away. Cousin's sister. So I'm talking to my coworker, and she's like, I just signed a loyal customer up for wraps. I'm so excited. I'm like, awesome. Okay, so are you looking at your chart? Because my neighbor's at 400, and your sister is only 50 away from being a qualified leg from your promotion. So why don't you place that loyal customer under your sister? It's going to put her to 400. And there you go. So you have the option to do that. Every situation is different. I wouldn't tell anybody to do anything they didn't want to do. However, it's what's smartest, because she enrolled that person, and everything is pretty case by case. So once all of these boxes are at 400, you are a Ruby. I would definitely encourage you to go over your specific chart with your upline, because that's what I like to do. I like to make sure we're all on the same page. I know this is a lot of information. You could, if you have any questions, come to us and your leaders, because everyone does this differently. This is what works for me, especially as, because you got Ruby here, but then Emerald, Diamond, it gets bigger, and it's just a lot to keep up with. So it's important to stay in contact and really work with your leaders when you're doing this, okay? I'm super excited for this challenge group. If you are, going Ruby this month, claim it in the comments. Let's do this. Let's get these charts going, and we're all here to help you, and I am super excited. Thanks for putting up with this and my rambling. I love you guys. Have a great day.